Shakushain by Wednesday Campanella, or Suiyobi Campanella, depending on where you're from, and yes, I did butcher all the pronunciations there, didn't I, is an absolute masterpiece of a song. It's fantastic, and yet on its surface there's nothing particularly complicated going on here. It's a 3.5-minute song that manages to make it a whole minute and a quarter into that runtime with nothing but percussion and vocals. A little bit of a sort of tabla beat and some rap. And even then, when the other instruments come in, it's very basic sort of stuff that slowly builds up. So what makes this so good? Well, the truth is, it's just what happens when you've got really good quality musicianship done in a playful way. Now, like I say, that tabla beat underneath, it's not just like some boring rap beat where it's just like a 808 drum kit sort of doing nothing like you would have in the most unimaginative forms of rap. No, this is actually some really skillful playing. You really get to hear the feeling of the drums being hit by the hands, and you just get a sort of sense of the fact that it's something fluid. Yes, it does hit on the beat, but there's something about it which is lively. It has life to it, and that's backed up by a wonderful vocal performance that exactly copies that. In fact, I love the fact that her initial rap delivery is very much on the beat, and there's a little sung bit she playfully goes into, but then as it starts to develop over that first minute and certainly over the rest of the song, she goes into more and more playful rhythms, accenting different beats, using the sort of playful lyrics about Hokkaido. I love Hokkaido, but hashtag no bias, can't use that as bias. She uses that to make it more and more fun. And what I like is as those extra instruments come in, with somewhat synthetic produced sounds that are slowly just layered in. There's nothing aggressive about them. Each of them is quite calm. They feel like they're just there to build on what you originally had and add a bit of atmosphere. The rap continues, but now the context of the rap is slightly changed as it goes from something which is just sort of cold, hard, lively stuff that can be taken on its own merit into something that has an increasingly sort of mood-based context, a sort of sound building around it. I love the fact it takes you from that simple beginning to something of a very interesting and sort of atmospheric ending without really going through many changes. It's all about simplicity, it's all about core quality, and it's all about putting the right things in the right place with superb delivery. And as much as I know a lot of people have heard this song, that is why it is 100% worth going back and listening to again.